Hello everyone, the package reviewer here, and it seems that real life has bit me in the ass once again. In fact, I'm not that far from graduating college and getting a full-time job, but I digress. The Boxman is doing just fine, thanks. Anyways, this video's topic is someone who is probably the most toxic anti-brony I have ever witnessed. He goes by kitsonicko, and that goddamn hashtag. I'm sorry, but regarding the Warner Bros. Discovery merge, no matter how many times you say animation is for everyone, animation is an art form, or if you want to snipe Zaslav, it's not going to do shit. If you act like kids over animation, then animation as a whole is going to be treated as if it's for kids. Even with adult cartoons being present, the majority of people who say it's for kids are either demented boomers or trolls. Yes, animation can be enjoyed by anyone, but constantly shoving it down everyone's throats won't prove your point. Sorry about that tangent, I just can't stand discourse surrounding this Warner Bros. Discovery shit. Especially now considering many people believe that Cartoon Network as a whole is dead just because of the animation studio is merging with the Warner Bros. Animation studio, despite the channel not being affected at all. Let's just move on before I get more off topic. His most prominent theme for his account is his infatuation with panty and stocking, more so on the stocking side. Let's cherry pick some out of the 439 posts of his that have to do with her. Taken from the best source on DeviantArt, Stocking with a Tiny Mouth announces that Warner Bros. And Discovery are merging, which I don't see what panty and stocking has to do with the merge, but whatever. Another meme here is giving a shit about a subreddit that is infamous for stupid weeb culture and proud of being weebs, despite panning and stocking having their own separate subreddits, albeit not as popular. He even goes as far as claiming her to be real. I guess the Quick Man was right about the dimensional merge this whole time. Also, if this guy truly was a character, then I disregard this fixation altogether. As any fanboy would, he made an anti-hate base stamp which seems to be taken on camera and put on a white space. And a comment from this is about how strict his parents are. Why he didn't make a status out of it instead as opposed to commenting is beyond me. The last pick I'll bring up is this one, originally by Lolwutburger. Shout out to him, by the way. He's one of those people who believe that credit equals automatic permission. Even if you credit someone, it doesn't excuse the fact that you stole it. I know stealing art has been rampant on this site for years, but it's worth saying to this day. And now for a topic I just love to tackle. It comes as no surprise when someone like this makes fill-in memes. For this meme that's probably been used for like 6 to 7 years at this point, he seems to be unaware of the irony when it comes to loving shows above the intended demographic. I mean, have you seen how those two intertwine with each other in a way? These next two have characters watch a car roll by and get a hit of adrenaline like your normal cup of coffee. Come on, this isn't 2008 anymore. Literally everyone and their moms have heard of that old trick. In this Born in the Wrong Generation meme, he just cherry picks shows that happen to be popular among preschoolers. Plus, the shows at the top are from different decades, so which one are from your quote-unquote day? Besides, those kids can also watch that shit as well, so what's your point? More bundles of memes come as he seemingly makes more than one of these types of memes in a row. Dude, which is it? Make up your mind. Ah yes, it's the ship that people memed the hell out of about last year. And he's just making this now, and on the original image of all things. The next one he does is a red train hating on something that doesn't exist. Anyone seen the Chair Shack episode where one of the characters yelled at an Uber driver over politics? Also, Ben on the body of Cheetah? That's not right. Next one shows that he's one of those guys that wants Disney to buy the shit they want him to buy, which is extremely impractical considering Disney, let alone any big company, doesn't give two shits about some obscure else Smosh cartoon. This one here is yet another jab on the infamous Rainbow Kitty. He thinks the fact that she's a My Little Pony fan is on par with her being a groomer. Also, that's some very broad statements considering that she would definitely be in jail if that happened. Oh, and for those who noticed that she came back, that's not her. The current accounts on their social media are run by an imposter, as confirmed by Rainbow Kitty herself. Anyways, the last one is pretty fucking stupid. He made a meme of a scenario in which Panty and Stocking come to his house, actually taking a picture of his fucking house. Also, whoever is facepalming is probably ashamed of what Kitso has become. Now, posting a pic of your house can't seem that bad, right? I mean, it's not like they're posting your street to the public. Oh wait. Yes, he's that idiotic that he docks his street. Man, there is absolutely no common decency in film memes whatsoever. I know I sound like a broken record, but hey, it's the truth. This guy doesn't really express his opinions outside of his anti-brony circle, but one cartoon he apparently has a hate boner for is Princess Robot Bubblegum, a nested show featured within Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5. The reason why he hates this particular Easter egg is within its totally not oversaturated Rant format. And yes, there are videos on DeviantArt now. Alright, unless you record speed paints or showcase art tributes, save that shit for YouTube. But anyways, let's get on with it.
Princess Robot Bubblegum! What? More like lazy rusty crap of poop. My god! This show sucks.
Is there a better AI voice you could pick besides the it's no use guy? It sounded like he busted a nut.
This show is a huge rip-off of Oishai High School Battle, which was way better than this. This is the adult version of Oishai High School Battle.
First of all, the first short was featured in GTA 4, having it released in 2008, when Oishi High School Battle released in 2012 by Ghetto Smosh, or El Smosh, whatever. Second of all, isn't Oishi already an adult cartoon to begin with? Albeit not as raunchy.
This show is about Princess Robot Bubblegum and Seiki, and they did all kinds of stupid stuff together. By the way, the term they like to go on failure adventures is overrated.
Replacing a phrase doesn't make this rant any different from the same formula, but go off, I guess.
Princess Ro Bubblegum is an idiot and likes to watch the Nutshak 24/7. I bet if you ask her who invented daylight savings time, she would say that it's farmers. Is she dumb or something? Benjamin Franklin is the one who invented daylight savings time and not farmers.
She watches the Nutshak? Based! Also, what does knowing who the hell invented daylight savings have to do with how stupid someone is? And joke's on you, George Hudson is the guy who implemented daylight savings, so you're both wrong. Epic fail.
Here's a fact! Princess Ro Bubblegum only appeared in Grand Theft Auto games. And Rockstar games. What the heck is wrong with you? You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, never mind the fact that Rockstar tried to implement stricter copyright and has a horrible work environment. An Easter egg in a AAA game is more of a threat.
The animation is stupid. The stories are lame. The music is boring. The songs are pieces of junk. The theme song is rubbish. And the characters like to have sex outside. Eat poop. Drink pee. Go to school naked. Smoke pot. And jack off when they're bored.
Well, to be fair, Saki did that in a short, so that overused line of slander has some truth to it. And the rest of this is just your typical arbitrary comparisons. The other time he truly expressed his opinions is on a top 10 worst cartoons list. I'll have my good friend the Litterbox critic read his reasons.
Number 10. Coconut Spreads Fruit Salad Island. Why? This is a total SpongeBob ripoff! It's SpongeBob, but he's a coconut! The intro is bad, the voice of Fred gives me complete headaches, the animation is bad, and Coconut Fred acts like a complete jerk!
Yeah, the only reason is because it is too similar to SpongeBob as established by other Toonheads 400 quadrillion times.
Number 9. Dora the Explorer. Why? Dora has got to be one of the worst shows of all time. It has the same episode plot, boring storylines, annoying as hell characters, plus Dora even breaks the fourth wall by speaking to the viewer that for some reason not even a fish could answer.
You kinda contradicted yourself about the fourth wall shit, considering you listed Mickey Mouse Clubhouse as a show from your generation.
Why is this show getting multiple ones and appear in a Paramount Plus ad? I wish Dora would go to hell. It's painfully repetitive, uneducational, irritating, and possibly trying to help Puerto Rico take over the world. Source, the voices in my head.
I actually wanted to kill the Puerto Ricans.
Number 8. Angela Ballerina. Why? Angela is such an idiot and she is annoying as fuck! She throws tantrums all because she is jealous of her baby sister. And let's not forget, she does ballerina stuff, and she is not a star! She is a total loser! Thanks, Angela. You're the greatest. Loser!
I mean, how could we forget? It's in the goddamn title. You make them out as if your watchers have dementia.
Number 7. All Engines Go. Why? This ruined Thomas! All Engines Go is beyond worse, sir! Stop your wordy, dumbass. Than the BWBA era! Both killed the franchises entirely! With its stupid plots and annoying characters! And why? You know I am a huge fan of Thomas and Friends. Why? It's charming, has great morals, tells unforgettable stories, very golden, and was based on the Railway series by the iconic Reverend Wilbur A. Dry, and continued by his son Christopher A. Dry. But most of the engines on the island of Sword are very charming, pleasant, and really useful at times. God, I love that show so fucking much. But this rebooted, the character's face, and the voice makes me want to blow my brains out! I could feel the Bible rising from my throat! Just listening to this pandering, ugly, rebooted train yap out of his gibberish.
Pandering? If by pandering to preschoolers, then basically all Nick Jr. and Disney Jr. shows would be considered pandering by your logic.
All Engines Are Go doesn't feel like a cartoon. It just feels more like a brainwashing device designed to manipulate kids with its oversaturated colors and obnoxious characters, while spouting meaningless, creepy, gibberish dialogue. Plus, why the fuck did the show invaded the official Thomas and Friends YouTube channel? Good God, please get the show canceled for us!
Dude, I'm not a Thomas fan like you, so I'm not really part of us.
Number 6, The Brothers Grunt. Why? No reason. Just gross and disgusting scenes.
Gross and disgusting scenes are still a reason.
Number 5, Mega Babies. Why? This is insulting, this gross, disgusting, and bratty!
That's just insulting!
Number 4 skipped.
Number 3, Caillou. Why? Caillou is a spoiled brat! He throws tantrums every episode and is so spoiled! Plus, it even hypnotized so many kids with its episode Caillou Joins the Circus. And it shows him banging on the floor and angrily crying. What does that teach kids? That if you throw temper tantrums, you'll get your way? No! No, 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 no! Oh my god, I accidentally knocked over a few figurines when I said that. It doesn't work like that in the real world! Kids need discipline so they can learn from their bad behavior. The show is teaching kids the wrong thing. In another scene, it shows him pinching his baby sister Rosie on the face, but in the book, he is seen biting her on the face. Ugh! That is so gruesome!
And yet shit like Panty and Stocking and we should get a free pass despite all the blood and gore.
But anyway, between the horribly messed up moral, terribly grunting characters, cringingly permissive parents, and Caillou's insufferable voice and behavior, there is absolutely no benefit to anyone watching the show! And it's certainly not impressible to young kids! I have a new appreciation for those Caillou's Get Grounded videos.
Like anyone who hates Caillou would.
In other episodes, he might be an annoying brat and never gets punished, but this show shows him physically harming an infant! At this point, I'm actually missing Bluey! That's how low the bar is now! She's an angel compared to this little monster! By the way, go fuck yourself, Bluey's pure Pino. There's even an organization called PAC, Parents Against Caillou! Because unlike shows on Disney Jr. and Nick Jr., Caillou's utterly helpless to everything!
I guess Dora does count as that despite you adding it to this list.
There's never any attempt to teach his kids self-reliance or problem-solving. Caillou just simply whines until his helicopter parents come to the rescue. Also, what the fuck is Caillou returning in a new CGI reboot? Please God, cancel the reboot, please!
Too late. Once Plotagon Caillou is announced, there is no going back. Under certain circumstances.
Number 2, Ren seeks help from Ren's Speed Adult Party cartoon. Why? Same reasoning as Fan Strider.
That's an episode, not a show. Either way, this proves that you parrot others' opinions, especially on someone who isn't as iconic as he was 5 years ago.
Before we get to number 1, here are some extra ones. Food Fight. It's lazy, it's got bad messages, it's phoned in, and it's annoying. Plus, it contains a romantic dance between a dog and a woman. That's zoophilia!
Adding a movie doesn't count as an animated series, but whatever.
Number 2, Fanboy and Chum Chum. Fanboy and Chum Chum? More like Jerkboy and Dum Dum. Oh my god, this show sucks! These two idiots are so stupid. Jesus, I really hope there is some stupid person out there who actually likes this show, or at least finds it tolerable. Nintendo would like to have a word with you. Because the amount the rest of us had to suffer through this show on Nickelodeon. The voices, the music, the visual. This show is a nightmare to all senses of the human body.
What kind of TV do you have that also stimulates taste, smell, and feeling? You should really be funding that dude.
Breadwinners. Not funny, exhausting, stupid, lazy, and I have the same reason Fan Strider. Plus, he's a total fan of the number 1 pick, so he needs to touch grass. It's over. The Nut Shack. Bad animation, bad morals, bad music, bad writing, bad attitude, and bad scenes. Ooh.
The frequent mentions of morals in this list leads me to believe that you're a postmodern enterbot. It's ridiculous how these guys still exist.
Mr. Pickles. It's nothing but bad lessons, bad animation, bad writing, bad scenes, and it's just downright wrong! Plus, it has bloody scenes in it and Mr. Pickles killing people. He kills criminals, but okay. Coco Melon. Nursery Rhymes. Second in subscriber count live. So dang popular. This show is awful!
The same could be said for just about everything seemingly popular that you like. Contradiction has struck again.
And without a doubt, here we go. And without a doubt, the #1 worst anime series I've ever seen in my entire life is My Little Shitty Ass Pony! This cartoon is rotten to the core. I don't even know how to describe it. It was abysmal in every sense of the word. It was the most abysmal piece of animation that I have ever watched by far. It is insulting, ugly, grotesque, anger-inducing, and brings out every bad emotion a person could possibly feel. This cartoon was traumatizingly bad! My Little Pony Friendship is Magic isn't a cartoon. It is just a vile nightmare from beginning to end. The nightmare from a real person, from the imagination of a psychopath. It's about mutilation, physically abused, torture, and just the exploration of a psychotic mind that takes us to the pleasure in pain in others.
Have you been watching the right My Little Pony cartoons? We're not really the same.
There's definitely a fine line where gross out humor goes from comedy to this plain cartoon horror. And I can comfortably say that this cartoon is unpleasant, from frame 1 to the very end. Plus, I don't believe in fairies, unicorn, pegasuses, alicorns, etc. And how about we go to the scenes of the origins of the main 6, even the songs. Does this sound like fun? No, it isn't! This is awful! It's just a fact that'll make you feel sick watching it. This show is clearly designed for the blind and deaf, because no child or adult could look at this show and not hurl up their lunch. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is not to be watched. It is a forgotten piece of rubbish and is the most revolting piece of shit. It is that bad. I don't know what world this cartoon was considered good in. What disturbed mind could find this shit funny? It is rotten in every sense of the word, or God. This has been the baddest cartoon I have ever watched. At first when I saw My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, I could understand why. My Little Pony is the absolute worst show I've ever seen in my entire life, and I fucking love it! I used to like it, now I abominate this show for good reason. It has ear-bleeding songs, annoying characters, rubbish animation, stupid plots, boring writing, fucked up morals, and so much more about this show that I fucking hate. I hope to God this show never gets heard from again. Thank God it ended in 2019. Sorry for my yelling. It was completely loud.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can hear text, but I can't. Also, considering there's G5, that's never gonna happen.
But anyways, this is the worst animation I've ever seen. No down, no contest, it is. I have never ever seen a cartoon so dark, so deplorable, and yet so removing of any decency of humanity. It is vile, and I never ever recommend anyone watch it. It is easy choice for my #1 worst kids cartoon of all time, and I personally consider My Little Pony Friendship is Magic the #1 absolute worst animated series of all time that I've ever seen in my entire life. I wish I could sell my Little Pony toys for Thomas DVDs, Penny and Stocking plushes, etc. Penny and Stocking with Garter Belt, Thomas and Friends, and the Mr. Men Show are 1B times better than that abomination. Plus, I'm a proud anti-brony. All the bronies go to heaven, all the bronies go to hell. Also, don't ship more of Twi, it's disgusting.
Nobody takes that ship seriously aside from certain groups, but okay.
That's it! Thank you for reading this, and I'll make more things on DeviantArt for you people. Package, I'm literally having a stroke right now. I'm absolutely hyperventilating. Please send help. Please send help. I'm having a brain aneurysm.
Yeah, this definitely was a shit show. But now for the absolute worst aspect of this guy. Even with G4 My Little Pony gone, He insists on making 140 pics involving bashing the shit out of this show.
I'm getting infested by bronies!
Speaking of Ghost, he uses Fergie Fudgehog from Viva Pinata to go against the bronies, another thing Kitso and Ghost have in common.
God! Fucking shit! Fucking shit, man!
Once again cherry-picking songs as your favorite while having every goddamn MLP song in the shit list. Honestly, what's the point of making a tier list if pretty much everything is on one category? He also feels the need to make a bunch of memes over a song of various pony halves. And in one of the descriptions, he desperately wants people to stop ponifying everything, despite the trend dying down in recent years. He gloats so much about being an anti-brony that it's not even ironic, like how he placed his icon on a JPEG of Diane Simmons. Like, that template is used to exaggerate one's hatred of something, but who would have thought they would use it on themselves? But these last few make him so fucking deplorable. And a trigger warning since it shows a boy hospitalized before imminent death. He seeks pleasure in having a terminal little brony die. You cannot make this shit up. At least the people who make fill-in memes with characters mourning over dead celebrities actually feel bad for them. And it's not only on children who happen to be bronies, but just kids in general, even grouping in the same category as anti-pedos. Pedophilia and pedophobia are practically two sides of the same coin. If wanting children dead is your solution to the pedo problem, then that is just stupid beyond belief and is definitely not better than wanting pedos dead.
I hate kids! Kids are brats! Kids are stupid! I hate kids! Answer questions! Stupid kids! I hate kids a lot! Dumb.
But seriously, fuck you for thinking this shit is a good idea, because it sure as hell isn't. I'm just shocked that anti-bronies are still a thing in 2022 despite the fact that the most popular generation of the franchise is gone. Hating on bronies is one thing, but wanting them to be fucking dead all because they like a show you think spawned from the depths of purgatory is just ridiculous. There might be some gold on this account here and there, but there is infuriating shit like making fun of a kid's death over an opinion. Overall, kitsonicko is definitely toxic without a doubt for an anti-brony in an era where My Little Pony isn't as relevant as it was a decade ago. And that is all I have to say about this guy. Thanks for watching, this is the Package Viewer, signing off.